Yes, sir. It, it really is.
What is up? What is up, guys? This is Mark with Mike, and it's another the Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark with Mike. I'm joined by Louis Beans,
What is up? What is up?
and it's the end of the world as you know it. Oh damn!
And I'm just fine.
Yeah, right. You like the little dog in the flaming room.
Oh
I'm
yeah, yeah.
fine.
Mm-hmm. It's all good.
Oh
I'm still here.
man. So we have a lot of crazy shit going on with wrestling right now. The
Yeah,
fact,
mandatory quarantines have forced the crowds to not be in buildings. Don't
yes.
do it.
So the last two shows are Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, and as you can tell, we're starting late this week. So a lot of shit's going on, and we're
Mm-hmm.
kind of late with this cast, but we were able to see Raw and SmackDown, and they both had no crowd. I didn't mind it at all, but after a while, it's gonna be like, yeah, I kind of want a reaction now.
Again, I've seen it float around. They should just have people that work there sit the crowd.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
you know,
thought that was gonna be the case too. I thought it was just gonna be like all the PC fucking people in the crowd.
some.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the thing.
But also, I realize, the crowd limit, being at for I guess the country right now is like no more gatherings over 50 people and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you know how it is. So those seats will have to be far, far apart. So it would look funny.
Yeah. Yeah, they all got to be like 6 feet apart, so you go
You
see one
spread
person
out,
each.
yeah, yeah.
It's gonna
But
look
see,
like it.
look, I'll put it this way: I appreciate the hell out of the effort.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
that's the number one thing. Like they don't have to. They do not have to.
Yeah,
And this time, nobody could blame anybody for saying, "Hey,
yeah,
man, we just want to respect the safety of our performers and staff and whatnot, and just go home."
yeah.
But they're willing to risk what they risk and put on these shows, and I appreciate the effort to do it in a safe way.
For your entertainment,
Yes, to
to
distract
bring
you from the nonsense.
to bring a smiles to your face, as Triple H said on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes I give him a lot of respect for doing it. It's just like it's something. This is the only show that's live right now that's still running, and still going with their product. They do have to do makeshift things, but they still are running a show. And
Which is interesting, yeah.
yeah, at least
You
they're
think
doing
about
it.
the rest of the world, it's like, no, everything is just live shows. Nah,
Everyone
not,
think
not besides. I think besides morning shows.
yeah, morning shows are doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it, right? I don't know if the late shows are doing it. I think because they
No,
have
they
audiences
canceled.
and stuff.
I know
So,
Jimmy. I know Jimmy Fallon was canceled until things
gotcha.
start clearing up and shit like that. But it's
So yeah,
crazy. Well, they could probably just record the show on Skype.
yeah. I mean, listen, him and the guests just phone in. They just chit
Yeah,
chat for a little bit.
yeah. There's probably a lot of things to do, but yeah, it's a crazy time right now. It's going crazy.
But you know what is in one respect, on a positive note, this is good for content creators
Yeah,
because you're stuck at home or you're supposed to be home.
you're supposed to.
And if you can still put your stuff on the internet, hey, listen, you got all the time in the world to get your
Yeah,
stuff done and no more excuses, right? So
yeah.
you go.
This is the time to do your streams, do your continuous streams, a lot of those things. Just keep people distracted, people happy, and I
Hmm.
think that's something that we all kind of need as a community wise too. And like especially with wrestling, wrestling right now we have a big community and a lot of people. And what bothers me also is that a lot of people are just so negative towards WWE and like, oh, but this suck, this suck, and nothing like that. Like, yo, do you see anyone else trying to do shows for y'all? Shut the fuck up. Or
Exactly.
just don't
Yes.
watch. Because
Exactly.
okay, so we had like 3 shows in a row in the PC, one with a crowd and 2 without. Even with the crowd, like the PC is pretty fucking big.
It's nice.
It's
I like
really
it.
nice.
I like that area they have for it. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, usually that area has like several rings in it.
Like, what's interesting is that it reminds me more of NWA.
Yeah,
That's what NXT reminded me of. It reminded me of like, you know, I like this it's because of the way it was lit differently. Because
Yeah,
usually Full Sail is dark.
yeah,
Like you can see the fans, but the chairs and stuff, because they're all black and whatever. But
yeah,
it's just the PC has a different feel and look to it,
yeah.
even with the fans. So like, I like it.
It was cool, and they were able to. They kind of really showcased everything too. Like they made sure that you saw what the PC looked like even behind the scenes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually
Mm-hmm.
thought that was pretty cool. Like they kind of really embraced what the PC was, and the fact that the PC can be its own like little fucking venue is a great fucking thing.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
like not a lot of people have that access in that sense.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, it's been a crazy ass week with this coronavirus going on, and everyone's getting it. They canceled baseball, they canceled basketball, they canceled football, and hockey. Well, XFL got canceled. They canceled hockey. They canceled everything. Like so, there's no really any sports going on. But there's a lot of shit going on still that didn't get delayed as well. Like they're still doing the fucking like the free agency for NFL right now. They're going to do the draft, but I think the draft is going to be a whole different thing. It's just going to be over phone. Like, yeah, we're going to draft that guy.
And again, in the age of streaming, you know, there's no excuse not to stream it. You know, live. The players streaming. You can see their face and reactions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Something.
So yeah, it's a whole crazy thing going on right now, and we're gonna do our part to try to entertain you guys with these podcasts as well. So we have our wrestling podcast going on, and we pretty much we do our weekly review of all the things that's going on. We probably may not remember a lot from the Raw before because we've been a week. We usually record like a couple days ahead, so that's something that we probably won't really go by. But all I know, I one thing I remember from last week is the Edge returning and fucking up Randy Orton, and he RKO'd MVP.
Yeah. The continuation of the great drama between Randy Orton and Edge.
Yeah,
Um, they had a really cool segment. That I feel bad for MVP, man. Why they bring it back just to get murdered by everybody? It's
why
kind of fun.
not?
It's kind
Why
of
not?
funny though.
Yeah,
Drew McIntyre kicked his head off,
yeah.
and now he gets speared by Edge. Like, damn, son.
He got RKO'd by Edge too.
Shit,
Yeah,
you right.
he
You
even did
right.
RKO on his ass.
You right.
He deserves it all. Just kick his ass. Kick MVP's
Um,
ass for his.
but no. Raw last week. As I'm looking through, because you can just click through the archives, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the first thing that I remember some of the stuff that happened. And one thing that stands out to me that made me incredibly disappointed was Drew McIntyre killing Eric Rowan's fighter.
Yeah, that happened.
That's how it ends. That's
Yeah.
it. Uh, you just kill it like that? Come on, man. It didn't even get a chance to bite somebody. Well, no.
It
It
bit
did
him.
bite Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
You know what?
I didn't
I,
give it a chance to evolve to Hornswoggle, and that's the big problem.
you know what? I'll just leave it at that. Yes, that made me sad though.
He'll be
R.I.P.
Hornswoggle with a spider suit.
R.I.P. Eric Rowan Spider.
Yeah. What else? None really stood out for me besides the Edge and Randy Orton promos and stuff like that. The Aleister Black and Seth Rollins was interesting in the beginning, but they became line up becoming a tag match, and I was just like, I'm tired of the fucking 4-way tag matches.
Yeah, I don't
That
know
be
why they shoehorn it. You know, that's the
yeah,
part that sucks.
like you like all these guys, we're gonna put them in a match again together for the 15th time in a row. So I was not really crazy about it. I did like the fact that we were going to get Alex versus Seth. I was just really excited for
Hmm.
that. And then, oh, we're going to give you a tag. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah, with one hand they give it away, the other hand they take it.
Yeah. And then, what was it?
But I do remember the tag match. The women's tag match was actually pretty good.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Kabuki Warriors versus Natty and Liv. I actually thought that match was really good. And Liv is actually, honestly, I thought she quite improved. But even though that tag team didn't make sense whatsoever between Natty and Liv, like wasn't like a year ago or 2 years ago, like they were like talking shit about your daddy.
You know what? It doesn't matter in wrestling. Nobody remembers anything until it's convenient in wrestling.
Yeah, that's true. Like it has to
So,
be put in your face in order to remember it. But this is where like the whole thing with the whole like fucking me the like taking away the intelligence of your crowd. Like they know these things. They'll be the
you
first
right.
ones to say it.
You right.
Yeah,
But I don't know why they're shorthanded. They got a bunch of women they could have used for that.
I like
But
the
no, go ahead.
yeah I like the Charlotte Rhea Ripley confrontation. She just got punched in the mouth.
I didn't like the sacrifice of Broski into Bobby Lashley. Why you
Yeah,
gotta do him like? Why you gotta kill him like that?
I know they always fucking with the broski man. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, Angel Garza was actually really good off that show as well.
Yeah, it was a really good match.
And Becky's promo was alright. That's all.
I don't remember what her promo was last.
Um, it was just pretty much going to Shayna and like the whole challenge with Shayna and shit like that. I know. I think Shayna went on the screen and talked something back, but it was just them to pretty much like measuring each other out kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And then we got AJ Styles promo. Blaming
Oh
Michelle
yeah.
McCool for
Wait a
his old
second.
ass.
Let's wait a second. Wait a second. I got another bone to pick with last week's Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
24/7 champion Riddick Moss defeats Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn shame.
Yep.
What happened, Cedric? You was the man. Now they got you. So what do you think about this 24/7 championship now? Like, why did it seems like it's a regular belt now?
Yeah, they kind of I think they're using it to like probably try to highlight a new star kind of thing within Riddick Moss, which he's not that great.
He's not spectacular. He's
I
like
would have kept it on
vanilla.
Mojo at least. 'Cause Mojo at least he could talk.
Or he can at least evoke some type of emotion.
Yeah.
Big Moss is just like, white bread.
Yeah, he's just there.
You know?
He's just there, and there's nothing really
He's
special
like,
about him.
it is unfortunate to say, he's the evolution of Apollo. He's less charismatic than him.
Yeah.
And it's just like he's got the look, and he's very, very his matches are not offensive, is what I want to say.
Okay.
They're not bad, and they don't make me go, oh shit. It's just, oh, that was a wrestling match. But he's got zero charisma.
Nah.
This dude,
he gets no reaction, so I'm surprised they keep him with it if he has no reaction whatsoever.
yeah, he's got to find something. See, this is the time when you have to inject some silly shit.
Yeah. Give R-Truth the belt back, please.
Well, I think he has to come back from promoting his record or whatever. So.
Yeah. After that, give him the belt back.
Yeah.
Because, he brought life into that title. And honestly, he's the one that really kind of made the title for what it was with the support of the other guys. But it was mainly him. And for a while, him and Drake Maverick, I think it was the best part of it.
You're right.
So, yeah.
It was all right. It was an all right show.
Yeah, you know what it kind of looks like that they're doing, especially with Cedric. Well, there's a lot of rumors that MVP is gonna have like a little stable that he's gonna have for guys that haven't been dealt right, kind of thing. Okay. So I heard it might be between Bobby Lashley, Cedric, Ricochet, and someone else.
As long as it's not called the Job Squad, I'm fine.
Yeah, right. I think Ricochet is just on a run, and I think he's gonna get put back into the driver's seat. I think they're just showing him, so you can start getting with him at the run, with him losing and shit like that, and getting behind him, and then when he starts running, it picks up the pace on him.
Yeah, it feels like they're driving you for an emotional reaction with him.
Yeah. So I think that's what's going on with him. So I understand that aspect of him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the Raw from last week, and then we started. Was there the NWA last week?
No, there was that other show.
Yeah,
the small show.
And so then we got NXT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
NXT was in the this was the first show in the Performance Center, so we actually showed the Performance Center with a full crowd, and there was a reason behind it. They had they Full Sail University had like a scheduled thing going on there for the next
Okay.
couple of weeks, so they already had this plan with the NXT being in the Performance Center for the next couple of weeks.
Got you.
So it was originally supposed to be this week, next week, and the following week, all in the PC.
Do you know if they did the normal thing and recorded like? Oh no, they can't. I wonder if they. Hmm. Okay. So I asked a question, forgot it was live. Then I thought
Yeah.
about it again. I wonder if they thought about it when they did SmackDown and recorded like NXTs, but I doubt it. Yeah, that's true. I wish they
Nah,
did though.
I think they went with the same schedule because
Yeah,
205 still aired in on the PC as well.
yeah, got you. I was wishful thinking.
Yeah,
Oh well, still an amazing show.
yeah. So this week we had a crazy NXT. It was actually fun. Oh, what review you gave Raw the following week?
I give it a B minus.
B minus. Yeah, agree. There was not again the whole main event thing, just like again kind of
Yeah,
thing.
too much of the same stuff, you
Yeah.
know.
But NXT did something great this week. We had Keith Lee versus Cameron Grimes, which was a
Oh,
pretty great match.
that was amazing. I say it all the time. Cameron Grimes, that is a good. He is a good dude. He is good in the ring, and that hat, that day hat.
Yeah,
Watch out for the hat.
man. That was a really good match. A really good way to start off the show. Then you had Mia Yim defeating Dakota Kai to qualify for the ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we're gonna get another Dakota Kai versus Tegan Knox.
I mean, she's making too many enemies. She about to get attacked from all sides. That's probably why she has a bodyguard now.
Yeah, she
I
needs.
just realized she ain't even
Uh,
finished with Mia Yim. So,
yeah, that was actually quite a good match as well.
mm-hmm. This is true.
You had Kushida defeating Raul Mendoza, and then after the match, he got kidnapped by two mystery luchadors.
Luchas. Yo, that might be my match of the week.
Yeah,
Seriously.
it
Yo,
was a
Raul
fantastic match.
Mendoza. Yo, I don't know if they ever fought before, but they fought. That was like I hate to say it like this, but if that had been in New Japan, people would have gave that match like maybe 5 stars, four
Yeah,
stars.
it was very good. It was very good pace and very. It was an excellent
They
match.
they did some awesome shit, dude. Like Kushida, he slept on because he doesn't really have too much of a storyline going on with him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he just
He's
like
there,
gets inserted there.
but yo, he is so good, so good.
Yeah. Then you had Charlotte Flair confronting Rhea Ripley, doing the figure four leg lock on the pole, which looked pretty terrible to be honest. I've seen many years of Bret Hart doing that, and you can't be doing that with heels, yo.
It looked like it hurt though. She was digging them heels in her knee, like
Yeah,
ugh.
I think Rhea really sold the hell out of it, but the way it looked like she was barely on her leg.
But Charlotte is tall enough that she's touching the ground anyway, so
Yeah,
that's the other thing.
yeah,
She's so damn tall. I think is she taller than Ric Flair?
yeah. She's like 6 foot.
She
The closest, no, she's like 5'10", 5'11". Look at that, we're on the same height.
okay, okay.
Um, then we had Tegan Knox defeat Peraza for
Damn.
another spot for the number one contendership for the ladder match, and then you had that was actually a really good match as well. Fun match to
I
see.
like the match, but I didn't like the outcome.
No,
But I get they got a story to roll with. I
yeah,
wanted Peraza to win out because she's put on the clinic, dude.
yeah. The Velveteen Dream addresses Mike Adam Cole for he's going for the NXT Championship at the
Hmm.
NXT Takeover. I'm excited for that, and I think Dream is going to be the one to take it from Cole.
I hope so. This is the time. Well, not well now. It's up in the air because how long ago is that? I mean, how long away is that?
It was WrestleMania.
So would that mean that the takeover will be postponed
Yeah,
to the like you said, if they do the June thing?
yeah.
it would be at that same time, right? So
Yeah, so it depends on where. It all depends on where the world's at the time.
yeah, yeah, this is true.
Um, yeah, and then we had the tag team championship match. The Bros Race defeats the Undisputed Era. I thought that match was fantastic.
Me too. Me
Really
too.
good use of the tag teams. Very like there was not a lot of kickouts. It was more to say the tag team saving each other and things like that. I really
Yes.
appreciate that match. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended with Johnny Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano fucking brawling every fucking where. This was
And
fucking
Jordan
amazing.
PC.
Yeah.
Yo, when he hit the window, I was like, "Oh, you know he's gonna pay for that shit."
They gonna have him walk through and like you did this,
Yep.
you broke
Oh,
this.
when they tore the posters down, I was like, that shit hurt my soul.
Like
I was like,
I'm
I know there's probably not any more of those. They probably don't make those anymore.
yeah. Yeah, I just breaking them.
Just stepping on them. Damn it.
Yeah, that was a really good scene, and just like it was just like a reverse kind of thing because this is what Tommaso Ciampa did to him during he was trying to get the title, and now he's doing the same, and it's fucking pretty great. Johnny Gargano as a heel is actually becoming really good.
He just looks like a demented greaser
Yeah,
because he has the white T-shirt with the jeans on and the hair, and I'm like, he just looks like a greaser. Like, what is
yeah,
going on?
he's angry.
Oh my
Just
goodness,
angry.
he's about to beat him up at the malt shop. All right, Johnny, do it.
So NXT, I give it an S ranking.
Yeah, me too. It was a great show. Like, if you want to watch it, just one wrestling show from the past week, maybe watch that. I'd say, yeah,
Yeah,
because it's the last show with the crowd, right?
yeah.
So
Last
watch
show with the
that.
crowd until we don't know when.
Exactly. Track it down.
Then we had AEW. I watched most parts of this show. I kind of skipped things here and there. I was not crazy about who Jake the Snake is gonna be with, which is Lance Archer. I don't really care for him. I've seen him wrestle. I'm not really impressed with him.
Okay.
So I'm just like, I would have took Bro
I've
to lead more.
I've never seen him do anything outside of New Japan. So I
Yeah,
don't know
I've seen
other
his New
places.
Japan stuff. That's the only thing I've seen of him.
So I've seen him just because over there he was like a disrespectful gaijin
Yeah,
with the character he had. So that's basically all I know. He spit in your face. But
yep,
you can't do it today.
yeah.
Can't do that now.
Don't be doing that shit. They can
Don't you
quarantine
do
you.
it. Yep. Put some
Um,
socks box to
so
beat your ass.
that show was nothing really impressive. I gave it a C minus.
Okay.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes defeated Ortiz, which was an okay match. It was nothing special, but it was just now evolving. The inner circle, the inner circle is pretty much being the NWO right now, and like kind of taking over the show throughout the whole show, besides the women's match. But you had the inner circle kind of jumping in and pretty much like fucking with Cody and things like that. And then they jump him at the end. Yeah, Nyla Rose and Brie Priestley versus Statlander and Sheeta. That was an
Okay.
okay match.
Alright.
Brie Priestley at least showed some character that she wants the title more than tag teaming with Nyla, so that's gonna be her next opponent.
Okay.
MJF, Butcher and Blade versus Jurassic Express was pretty bad match. Butcher and Blade are just a botch fest waiting to happen.
Really? Wow.
It was just like really hard to see. Another triple threat match, Death Triangle versus Private Party, Joey Janela was an okay match. I think Neville, I like him as a heel, and I think they work all together. It feels like it's out of character too, because you just see one random white guy with two masked dudes, just random to me. And then the main event was Hangman Page with a mystery partner, which ended up being Dustin Rhodes, which yeah, versus Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Pretty much what happened. Inner Circle got in, jumped them, fucking ended the show with them being like on top and things like that. Nothing special. I felt like I watched this before on WCW TV, so I was just like, this sounds like something
What
that Barry
happened with
Bishop
Darby
wrote. Huh?
Was he there?
Wait, what?
Darby Allin. Was Darby Allin there?
He came. I know he came in for when they were jumping everybody. I know he came in for the save, and then he got his ass kicked as well.
Damn. All right. Well, R.I.P.
Yeah, so it was not again. This was pretty much a NWO like heavy kind of show, which honestly I felt like Eric Bischoff had something to do with, which he does nothing to do with AEW at all. So it just felt like the same thing. I felt like I watched it before.
Mm.
And then also Jake the Snake. Besides that promo he did the week before, like he's managing Lance Archer. I was just like, meh, I don't care.
Yeah, I would have to like sit down and watch it. I haven't watched AEW in a while.
That was not one episode that I was like, you need to see.
Okay, okay,
I'll be like, yo, just look at the highlights. It's nothing really special.
got you. Did you get to see
Um,
Dark this week or no?
I did not get to see Dark.
Okay.
I did not get to see Dark. I did not get to see. Well, I didn't watch it. I'm not watching the NWA like the Tough Enough, which I should. I heard it was actually pretty interesting, but I haven't watched it yet, so I may
Okay.
binge
All right.
watch it
All
during
right.
the week.
Yeah, I might check that out.
Then we had SmackDown. This was the first show that we can have an audience. So basically, we had a blank audience with at least, but then again, we got Triple H
Yes, sir.
calling it with Michael Cole and fucking with Michael Cole throughout the whole show, which was great.
He was the perfect. He was basically like the host of the show.
Yeah,
Got to do a opening monologue.
yeah.
Got to basically be the what's since Michael Cole is what is his role? He is the color commentator.
Michael Cole is the commentator, and then you have the color commentator, which is in Corey Graves.
Okay, so
He's the play-by-play.
thank you. So Cole is the play-by-play, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so then you had Triple H in the color commentary role. Gotcha.
yeah, which was perfect.
Yeah, it was awesome. They got to
Um,
interact on a real level. Dude, see, this is messed up. It took a terrible disaster for there to be like that much. It looks like like they had so much fun.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like him with the camera, him with the Michael Cole talking about don't get my bald spot. Oh Jesus, it was just so good.
It was just a really fun show, and I guess you kind of needed that as well. Like going all the shit going on now and shit like that. You wanted that nice, lighthearted
Yeah.
kind of shit going on, which was great. And then you had the show kicking off with Bailey and Sasha Banks coming out talking shit, and then Alexa Bliss comes out, finally giving her a mic and let her do what she does best, and that's talk. They did a good. They actually had a pretty decent match. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross loses the match, but I thought it was a fair match as well. I thought it was pretty solid. One thing I'm telling you, like beyond the whole everyone's like, oh, Alexa and Sasha, I'll let you know, like pretty much do up down down. They get along now. They're actually pretty cool with each other now. It's been a long time since they had issues with each other. I guess they figured out also they have really good chemistry with each other,
Okay,
and they
makes
had
sense.
yeah. So it's the shit let bygones be bygones kind of thing. Kind of worked with that, but Sasha and Alexa have good chemistry.
But
They're,
you know what? If they at least see each other as rivals, that also pushes them to do good. So
yeah,
they end up having better matches too. So that's good.
yeah. During the show, they did show the Elimination Chamber tag team match, which kind of killed a good half hour of the show. Which if you didn't see it, it was a good match. It was a good match to show. So I was like, all right, I'm fine with that. I'm showcasing that.
Nice spectacle.
Yeah. And you guys see Lindsay Dorado go crazy.
But I mean, you got to see him. So what ended up being his injury?
The big fall.
Oh, okay.
He
That was
still
it?
rolled. He
All
still
right.
rolled his ankle,
Gotcha.
so he did hurt himself.
Okay.
They protected him as much as they can. It could have been a lot worse.
Good. I just thought he broke his foot when they threw him into the cage.
Oh, okay.
I'm so thankful that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Because you heard Corey Graves, he said, "Oh my God, I can't believe both of his legs are not broken."
Yeah. That is true.
So,
What else we got? Roman Reigns spoke candidly on the Universal Champion Goldberg. I actually thought it was a pretty good interview. I liked the fact that he was just being himself and being a fun character as well.
I agree. That's the Roman we need.
Yeah. Then you had Daniel Bryan defeating Cesaro. I thought what we got off of this match was really good. I'm actually really digging Bryan in the IC division with Gulak and all these guys together. Like, imagine the matches you could get all these guys.
Yeah, I know. And that was my match of the pay-per-view, and I was just like, I wouldn't mind a small faction with like those three.
Yeah,
Put Brian, Gulak, and Heath,
yeah.
and make
It's
them
good.
a stable.
Yeah,
Like I was just saying, people who need something to do. Or I mean, look, if you want to put Curtis Axel, you could put him in there too.
yeah.
But like I like
I like Heath.
I like that competitive, and that's like now they were rivals. Now they're on the same side. I like when that happens, but I've seen more natural than most times. 'Cause, it seems like bullshit most of the time when they do that.
Yeah,
It's like, cause I'll be honest, which one felt like the most bullshit was Cesaro and Sheamus at first.
yeah,
But they made them fight each other over
yeah,
and over again,
yeah,
and then have them be a tag team. But then they became so natural, you didn't,
yeah,
dislike it.
yeah.
So could you imagine a more natural situation between those two? Oh, it could be amazing, man.
Yeah, and like just seeing all these guys fight each other, like I would like to see Daniel Bryan versus Nakamura. I would like to see Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan. We've seen him before, and it was really good. So I'm
Or a
excited for
serious
this.
match with Gulak and Nakamura or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
because you know how he when he first came, the Braun Strowman treatment. You know what I mean? Getting beat
Yeah,
up. But if they let them have a serious match where the stakes are real, which is, he maybe could win the match.
yeah,
That'd be awesome.
yeah. We got the returning Jeff Hardy, defeating King Corbin. I thought it was a solid match.
Yeah.
Nothing special, but it
That's still
did
flattering
its
people.
job. And then we ended the show with a confrontation between Bray Wyatt and John Cena, which I thought was fantastic. I thought the promos were fucking great,
Yeah.
and just how he came out of nowhere in the crowd and shit like that was actually pretty
Mhm.
fucking cool. So, I think they did the best they could do with this show and how they did it. I think this show was a lot different than what Raw was. I think this show was more just to have fun with the show.
Yeah, it felt like it almost felt like practice for them.
Yeah,
It like, let's just go in here and mess around and do a few things.
yeah, and
But since everybody is so good, the messing around just comes off as a show.
yeah.
So that's great.
I think
It's
I think it worked out for them. I think
I
this
wish
was more
I
natural.
wish somebody would tell them that maybe not to have the crowd be gone, but the type of energy they have around the show like this, it just feels different. It felt more fun because we can continue on into Raw, and still even Raw felt more fun
Yeah.
than usual Raw.
I will say we had a great 5-10 man tag team in 205 Live.
Okay. Okay.
Only Lorcan destroyed Mike Canellis' chest,
Wow.
and Kushida debuted on 205 Live.
Yeah, cool. Cool.
So he was he took Leo Rush's spot in that Team NXT versus Team 205 Live. That was a really fun match to watch. So definitely go check it out. Fucking Jack Gallagher is more vicious than ever. So definitely just check that out.
You just reminded me, Swerve was in that match, and you should check out. You should check out his. I don't know if it's just a podcast, like a podcast slash show.
Yeah, I
Uh,
listened to the one with Nikki Cross.
yeah, yeah. I went back, and apparently they have more audio only versions. I think on either the Patreon or somewhere else you can get them, but on the YouTube they only have like 3.
Oh,
So
okay.
Prince Pretty is the first one on the YouTube.
Okay,
So I
I'll
was
check
watching
it
that
out.
one. That's Tyler Breeze, if you don't know his name, Prince Pretty.
Yeah,
So.
I like Taylor Breeze. NXT UK, I watched just to see the Finn Balor made his debut and took out Alexander Wolf.
I need to
And
do it. I need to watch that.
yeah, he took him out, like he fucking took him out. And then his next match on the UK brand will be against Tyler Bate.
Wow. Jeez. Okay.
And yo, one thing I will say, like, I was like, Josh was talking to me, and he was like, "Yo, who is your favorite wrestlers right now, or just one?" Like, to me, that's like the hardest for me to answer because I like a lot of people, and I
Mm-hmm.
actually feel like I'm just a fan of what they do more than anything. So it's just like I'm just a fan of what everyone is doing. Like, I like to see a good character. I like to see a good promo. I like to see a good match and like that. But one of the people that I kind of highlighted that has been one of my favorite people to watch was Ben Balor.
Yep.
Balor been killing it on the promos. He's been killing it as his character, and he's a mean son of a bitch while as his character, and I'm loving it. So
Yes.
him going into the UK, he fucking destroyed Alexander Wolf.
Yeah. 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 I mean, like if you would have asked me well, that's the other unfortunate part is the year is just beginning.
Yeah,
But since he's transformed, he's been my favorite wrestler.
yeah,
I
he's
would
been
I would say.
fantastic. Yeah, he's been fantastic. It's been a breath of fresh air, especially with that character, because we always been a fan of Balor, and that's something that we always kind of was always been positive on him, but always wanted more from him. And this was kind of a character I kind of wanted from the start, and just
Yeah.
what he could do, and what I've seen him do in like New Japan, and him as the Bullet Club leader and creator of the Bullet Club. Motherfucker should be making checks off that shit, man. But
Hmm.
he's not. You know what? He's not a greedy guy. But he could have
Good.
easily, yeah, he could have easily like copyrighted that, and Bullet Club would have been all his money.
He's a good guy. He let Tamatanga eat. So
Yeah, exactly. He
there
loves
you
his
go.
brothers. He loves his other brothers. That's the reason why they let it be.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's been a very highlight of a lot of things for me, especially with NXT. Besides like the main title picture and things like that, he's been that character that I'm just excited to see when he is on the screen.
Yep. He's like the leading man, I feel, for the NXT brand. For some, like I know there's Champa, there's Johnny right now, but Johnny's going off the rails, so that's
Yeah,
his character.
yeah,
But there's Adam Cole if you want a bad guy leading man. There's people to pick from,
yeah,
but I just feel like he's like the man. He's
yeah,
he's once again without even having a belt, he's the man of NXT. Like because I feel like Ciampa's lost a little steam.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Um, and then he's wrapped up in a feud already, so it's not like he's just hungry walking around for the belt because he's got something to do now, right?
yeah,
Um, Cole is on notice with Dream, but it's just like Finn Balor because he's able to interact with so many people. He with the Dragunov, with
yeah,
Keith Lee, he had some with Cole and Champ, like everybody's. He's just
yeah,
been, dude. It's been amazing to watch.
yeah,
Lucky to have him, man. I'm
yeah.
glad he had this time to turn into what he really wanted to be, I guess.
Yeah, I think the big NXT change helped so much with him. Like
Hmm.
going back to NXT was not a regret. Like I think this was where he was supposed to be and he was supposed to stay.
I agree. I agree. 100%.
Like I know Minion who's like, oh, I want to see him back in the main roster. I'm like, I don't. Like
Nah, I
if
mean,
this is continuing like, what he's doing now, I'm more than 100% happy with him staying in NXT.
yeah. This is because if you put him on the main roster, there's not even the problem. My idea is it's not even the problem of they're gonna mess him up. It's just the problem of there's too many other people trying to get over.
Yeah,
So you gonna stick him in a show with presumably Seth Rollins, KO, Becky. You know what I'm saying? Like then you're gonna have him fight for time. Here, he's got like a little groove for himself
yeah,
where he doesn't need to be the main event of the show, but he's low key the main event of the show.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like it fits him perfectly. Like that last takeover where his match to me was the main event.
yeah,
Him and John, like, come on, man. But it's it's not a detriment to him.
yeah.
So
I think this is where he was supposed to stay. I'm happy that he got his shine in the main roster, but I think this is the place where he's supposed to be. And I don't see him changing his schedule either. I think he's happy with his schedule.
okay, okay.
And that's the thing. Like NXT takes a load off of what you do as a schedule wise.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Like honestly, like I'll say NXT is very close to what AEW schedule is. They just do the live show and
That
that's
makes
it.
sense. I
So
mean, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
yeah.
because they only have one show a week.
Yeah, he does the live stuff once in a while. He doesn't do the live all the time.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
So
okay.
he's like picks and chooses what he does with the live shows and whatnot.
And you know what? Not for nothing. I think that's good, not just for him, but for anybody involved in that. Because you know what? You get hurt less because
Yeah,
you're not working as much. Just to
exactly.
be honest,
No, yeah,
you know.
exactly. And then he just got married. He wants to be around his wife and things like that. So It's a lot of things in
Go
that
and
sense.
be a family man.
Yep, yep. Playing Legos with his kid. But yeah, I love what they're doing with that. So keep it up with the NXT UK. They were supposed to have a takeover also in Ireland, so I'm not sure if that's still going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we'll see. Because this is a worldwide thing, not just area like America kind of thing. It's everywhere.
hmm
So
hmm
they all having their issues
And
with it.
even if in certain places, even if it's not as bad there, as the travel restrictions are the things that stop a lot of people can't
Yeah.
go there anyway.
Yeah, fucking talking about we were about to go into Raw this week. Edge drove 17 hours to get to the Performance Center.
Wow. From where is he at? Like he was in Canada at home?
No, I think he was closer. Actually, you know what? I'm not even sure where exactly he was at. I know he drove 17 hours, so that's if he drove because I think he's near Toronto, Ontario. So if he did drive, yeah, that'd be about 17-hour drive.
Wow. Wow. The dedication on these fellas.
Yeah, he just went
These
back to the old school and how you used to run the towns before that. Before we go into Monday Night Raw and the fact that we are able to review Raw this week because we started a little late this week, we got two announcements for the WWE Hall of Fame, which sadly might not happen yet either until they find something for WrestleMania. The British Bulldog being one, which I'm
Yes,
excited
yes.
about, and Justin Thunder Liger as being another
Oh,
one.
that's a cool one.
I'm very happy for. Like, I feel Justin Liger should get like every single Hall of Fame, no matter where he's at. Like everyone give him a Hall of Fame. That's how well known he is.
Is he one of the few wrestlers that's wrestled in most every promotion that existed, like when he was coming up?
He has wrestled in every single promotion since 1988. So 88 is around when he started.
Okay,
So he wrestled through 3 decades, and I think he wrestled. I think he touched face with almost everybody except for AEW. He has not wrestled in AEW yet,
okay,
or did
gotcha.
he?
I don't know.
He was in the Battle Royal.
Oh, he was. Okay,
He
all
was in
right.
the gimmick Battle Royal. So yes, he has wrestled
Yeah,
everywhere.
all
And
right, cool. That's
Justin
awesome.
Thunder Liger is probably one of the most respected guys. He's the one guy that kind of helped bring up a lot of the guys that we love today.
Mhm.
So him being in the Hall of Fame is well worth it. I don't even care. He only wrestled one time in WWE and
Oh, he did.
NXT.
That's
NXT.
really.
He wrestled Breeze in NXT.
That's the only match he's ever. Wow,
Yeah.
not in WWF or nothing.
No.
Wow, I didn't know
He
that.
wrestled
Okay.
WCW TV, but not
No, yeah, I know
WWE.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He wrestled.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
congrats to him. And British Bulldog David Boy Smith. I'm actually happy he finally getting his time in the WWE Hall of Fame as well been the time. I think one of my favorite matches of all time is him and Brett SummerSlam '92 for the IC title. It was the first
Okay.
time the IC title main evented a pay per view,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
and which Brett made that title to what it is. But that match, even Bret Hart said it on if you actually do watch that the Brett on the Broken Skull sessions on
Okay.
the WWE Network. Stone Cold had Bret Hart on, and it was really really good conversation. I think as everyone like bitching about Bret, oh, he's just a grumpy old man, blah blah blah. No, he as one person that has told the story many times, his story never changes. As in
Oh, okay.
everyone else's story changes throughout the whole time, Brett's story always stood the same.
About which particular thing?
Everything. If you talk about the screw
Oh,
job, you
okay.
talk about anything that happened throughout his career,
Mhm.
he never changed his story. His story was always the same story that he always told. And everyone expects that him to be lying and things like that. Like, no, if you actually listen to every single interview that happened within that screw job and things like that, Brett's the only story that stood the same throughout the whole fucking thing.
Wow. Okay.
Shawn
That's
Michaels'
cool.
story changed, McMahon's story changed, everyone's story changed besides Brett. Brett
Mm.
always had the same exact story, the same exact way he said it.
Wow. Consistency.
And then he shit on Goldberg. He shit on
Oh,
Goldberg.
really?
he said he was a dangerous wrestler. Like that was the worst like person. Like he was like when he went in the Hall of Fame, I felt kind of like disrespected.
I I could 100% agree with that sentiment.
Yeah,
Like I keep saying it over and over again. Like I don't dislike the person, but that dude was reckless back in the WCW days,
yeah,
and people want to gloss over that for a lackluster after career. Because in WWE he ain't do shit,
yeah,
and he had to do nothing of note.
yeah,
So I don't know where all this reverence for Goldberg came from post WCW. Like nobody wants to admit the fault. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things because it's not like, hey, okay, I'll give you an incident about an infamous accident.
yeah,
It wasn't like D'Lo Brown and Dross.
yeah,
That was nobody could have known that was going to happen. Complete accident.
yeah,
But D'Lo does not have a reputation for being a reckless wrestler.
yeah,
Neither did Dross, right? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And Goldberg did. I rest my case. That's
yeah.
it.
Goldberg was
That's it.
just a very careless person in the ring. He again, I to this day I will say Goldberg has been green throughout this whole fucking career.
It, how do you get the recognition of the WWE and then almost kill the Undertaker? Get the
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Because
Go
people,
sit your ass.
because people don't care, and they're still a fan of him. I've never been a fan of Goldberg, so he never was like strong.
Like,
You know what? As in, I was looking out because someone posted a printout of all the pops, WWE pops they have, which
okay.
I have quite a few. Like I was like surprised how many I have, but the one person I refuse to buy, Goldberg. I refuse to
Yeah.
buy that motherfucker.
I
I
listen. I
don't
wouldn't
want
buy
him.
it.
I have
Mm-mm.
Brock Lesnar. I don't have Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, but I don't dislike Brock Lesnar.
I like him when when he participates.
But I respect Brock Lesnar
Yeah,
on a different level because at least I'm old enough to have seen when he used to wrestle on TV every week.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? I know who or what he is. Like I'm not naive.
yeah,
So Brock has my respect. I just don't like him being a champ that's not there. So I actually love what's been happening more recently with him just being around. That's all I really wanted.
yeah,
But go over it. Go sit your ass down somewhere, please, before you hurt somebody else or yourself. Please.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
But yeah,
Give that back to me, please.
yeah.
Just
So
give it to me and go away.
yeah, honestly, definitely let's check out Broken Skull Sessions. Stone Cold Steve Austin's thing.
Plus that his video podcast on the network.
Yeah, it's on the network.
Okay.
Definitely check it out. Him and Brett have an amazing conversation. They talk about their match in WrestleMania 13. They talk about his run in WCW. They talk about they kind of touch point on the screw job. They talked about the career before. He talked about David Boy Smith being in the Hall of Fame. Everything was like that.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's a positive note. Listen to that stuff. Check that out.
Yeah. But yeah. But it was a really good thing. A really good listen, and probably one of my favorite. Probably one of my favorite things that I've listened to in a while, and I actually liked Stone Cold with the Big Show a lot too. So it was a good one. It was really good because Brett, again, like I said, Brett always had the same fucking story. He never changed it. He never like changed anything like that. He always had the same exact story.
Yeah.
So you
And
see who lied.
speaking of Big Show and Davey Boy Smith, if you listen to the past two After the Bells,
Yeah,
the week before was Big Show, and then this past one was the and what
Tyson.
is it they were
Yeah,
talking about going in?
yeah. So they announced David
Hard
Boy
hit.
Smith on the podcast, and it was Natty, Tyson Kidd, and his son David Boy.
Mm-hmm. It was actually a good
Yeah,
episode.
that was a really
You
good
know,
episode.
not for nothing, I think Nanny should have a podcast because her speaking voices was like really. She enunciates her words in a way it's like I can listen to her talk all day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually a really good podcast. And Tyson, David Boy Smith's son and also got announced that he was going to be the one inducting his father into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So again,
Again,
hopefully,
that was before Friday,
yeah,
so
that was
I'm
actually a
sure
really
that
good
will
cast.
change.
So we go through Raw, and then we go into the podcast we listen to, and then we'll end it from there.
Mm-hmm.
So Monday Night Raw, we had no live crowd and everything like that, but we started off with a straight out storyline and a match announced for WrestleMania. Edge comes out with fucking a death stare, and he just challenges Randy Orton to a last man standing. I do like the fact that he talked about one guy that kind of made us both go over the edge was Mick Foley and things like that. I really like the things he hit on with the promo and stuff like
Do
that.
you
So
remember the year when he fought them with the bat?
yeah,
I don't remember what pay-per-view that was. The one with
uh,
Ed, Fire.
when
What was?
Edge,
Wait, yeah. Then okay. Who was first? Was it Randy or was it Edge that fought Mick Foley?
well, Mick
When he
Foley, Randy Orton for him first,
okay,
because that's
that
when
was,
Foley got the rock with him.
that was the thumbtacks and stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know. I know.
yeah,
I know that. I know back when he would do the thing where he would turn back to hardcore, like he would put on the shirt,
yeah,
and then he would just have a fucking crazy match.
yeah. So that was during
Oh,
that same time.
okay. And then I know he did it with Edge later on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
got you.
like his last big like hardcore match in
That was the
WWE.
last. Ah, got you.
Yeah.
Those two matches were fucking brutal.
Yep.
They use this is just a note to, the stuff that you see now, maybe more in like AEW because they have more bloody things
Yeah.
on a level that's not like a hardcore show like a CZW type thing
Yeah.
because they have like a more action oriented thing where they're not man WWE man it wasn't even like nobody even gave a shit, dude.
Yeah.
There was Brandy's back was fucked up.
Yep.
Oh damn, man. Go back and watch those matches if you want to see some just if you are not weak of heart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I'm gonna try.
crazy.
Let's see.
Yeah, so we had that, and then also again they had to kill time with the show not being 3 hours, being a 3 hour show. They gave us the full match of the Royal Rumble men's Royal Rumble match, which I could see
Yeah.
them doing the female Royal Rumble match maybe next week and trying to build up the Becky and Baszler.
Okay, got you.
But yeah, they had the full Rumble match. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be. There was Charlotte Flair one, so it was a whole different thing. My fault. Anyway, so we had the full Royal Rumble match. So if you never got to see it, definitely was a fun match to watch. I think that was one of the better Royal Rumbles that we had in a while. And Drew kicked the shit out of Brock Lesnar thanks to Ricochet low blow. Everyone forgets about Ricochet. Give him some credit for that.
This is true. This
Yeah.
is true.
So it was actually really good to see. So if you did, I kind of skipped it because I watched it twice already. So I was like, all right, I could skip that. And it killed Raw. It killed like a good hour of Raw. So
Yeah,
and
that's
then
true.
the
That's
first
true.
match we actually got. So then we got the AJ style Taker coming out, looking like he just got out of jail.
with the prison do rag and everything.
With the braid on his head and everything like that. AJ Styles sends the OC to go get him to sign the contract, and then they did the whole lights out, lights on, him being behind him, beating the shit out of the OC, and him signing the contract.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool. I just something about these interactions between the OC and Undertaker. Like I thought it would be corny for me at first. Now it's just more comical.
Yeah, and
Just to see them.
I don't mind it is the fact that him and AJ the way they're going with it because AJ's going that old man Taker kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's showing the real man behind Taker and not just Undertaker himself as the phenom.
Exactly.
So I'm fine with that. We had Rey Mysterio defeating the U.S. champion Andrade. That was the first match we actually got the first match we actually got. Then we had Becky Lynch coming out with her semi and fucking having a promo against Shayna Baszler. Kevin Owens challenges Seth Rollins to a WrestleMania match, and then you had the Stone Cold. We only had one match on Raw.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah. Stone Cold Steve Austin's 360 celebrating his 316 day, and poor Baron Saxon.
I mean, well, first of all, he said it should be a national holiday. Let's
Yeah.
not forget that. So
Yeah.
316 is now a national holiday. Um, and then just Byron, just corny ass Byron up on the commentary desk, just give it. Who the hell has the nerve to rate Steve Austin? How dare you? You deserve to get kicked in the nuts.
Byron Saxon is the Carlton Banks of
Yeah,
WWE.
he knows that. He knows that.
Yeah, that was actually really funny. And then he comes in the ring. He has a beer with Austin. Austin kicks him in the dick and stuff.
Yes, it was an accident. He swears.
I swear to God, you can put the America's Funniest Videos sound effects.
Oh my goodness, that would be great.
Like boing.
Oh,
So Austin gets drunk. So one thing I was saying that he's drinking the Broken Skull IPAs, right? Them shits are like 6.8 alcohol. And I was like, even if he's drinking a little bit of it, like he's gonna get a fucking buzz after he did like 3 of them.
wow.
Then they're strong fucking beer.
They were going in. I thought he was gonna stop.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna stun Becky.
Me too. Me too. That'd been
I
funny,
thought that
but
was coming because he talked about the last one he got. But she came out with a cooler, brought him some more Steve Rises, and they're all drinking. Things that didn't air was, well, he did stun Baron Saxon one more time, and then
okay.
pour beer on his head. The things they didn't show, the Street Profits come out. They
Ah,
added
okay.
for bonus footage. Yo, so Montez, when he took the stunner, he went straight, like he got stunned and went back, and he landed right on the fucking the cooler, which that looked like it hurt. But he sold
Shit.
it. He non-sold it, like it didn't hit him and shit. And then Becky kind of moved it out the way afterwards. But he took the stunner like he got stunned, and then fucking
Shit.
and then the Dawkins was like, "Yo, it's alright. It's no problem. It's no problem. He probably deserved it. I don't know." He wanted that. Then he drank the thing with Austin. He got stunned, and then there was just some more beer swinging around for another good 15 minutes. So
Man,
even without a crowd, Austin still finds a way to get drunk and
Yeah.
have fun.
magical. It was so much fun watching him do what he did. Do what he did.
Yeah. So the podcast we listened to, the New Day podcast is actually a 2-parter. So it started last week with their March Madness countdown, but it was for the best TV shows ever.
Yes.
So they had from categories from like cartoons to dramas to comedies to reality TVs and game shows and all that shit. It was a really fun podcast. It's a 2-parter. Listen to it. You get a lot of fucking good laughs. You learn that Xavier Woods hates Breaking Bad with a passion. They shitted on Golden Girls for him, which he was very salty about. And it's a really good cast. Definitely check that out and listen to it.
Yes, sir. Much fun.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast they on every week. I just actually got the major card from the Hard Foundation Patreon bracket. They sending cards now for if you're on that bracket, you get the card. I got it, and I got is the Zack Ryder and Carl Hawkins one. So I was like, yay! I'll put that with the figures I have of him. That was actually a really good fun cast as well. They kind of go into there was a one bonus episode that if it's on YouTube, I'll send you the link. If not, I'll see if I can send you the link to the Patreon. But they did a draft. They did like a toy draft, and they did like a whole thing, and they're gonna do a whole thing with it. But like Kurt Hawkins like destroyed Zack Ryder and the team he picked compared to him. So I think they did it with the Ruthless Aggression figures, I think it was. And they kind of did it like in a draft formation, but it was only the Ruthless Aggressions and the type of figures they are. So they all did a draft and everything like that. They picked their favorite ones throughout the whole thing.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
that was good. It was a really good pass.
Yeah.
As you mentioned before, after the bell had they announced British Bulldog, had Natty, Tyson Kidd, and David Boy in there, which was actually really good. What else did I listen to? There was another one I listened to. I can't think of it. I went back to listen to that Swerve one with Nikki Cross, which was pretty funny.
Okay.
I like Nikki
Cool.
Cross.
Yes. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's funny. And Naomi is on Chasing Glory. That was actually a really good episode.
Okay. Cool.
So those are the ones I've listened to. I did not listen to Jericho's this week, even though Excalibur is on Jericho. I did not get to listen to it yet.
I heard him on Chris Van Vliet last week.
Yeah, same here. I listened to the Matt Striker one on Chris Van. I actually really liked that one.
Okay, I gotta listen to that. Okay.
That was a really good one as well. I stopped listening to Jim Ross.
No, I haven't heard his.
I kind of stopped. Like he, I don't know. Sometimes he rambles on too much. Yeah, that's all I got for that much of the podcast session. We're gonna keep covering the wrestling as much as we can of what we get off of what we can get. It's gonna be a weird situation for the next couple of weeks, so we'll see what we do with this.
You'll see.
So I guess that'll be it.
Yep.
We'll wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cyclone Inc. I'm Mark the Mike, Louis Beans. You can follow us on all our social medias. This will be on SoundCloud, this is YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Switch TV, all Mark with the Mic. You can follow our Facebook pages, the Wrestling Babble and the Red Cycling pages. We're very active on there, especially now. We're very active on there. A lot of shitty GameStop news, sorry, but there is a lot of shitty people. And then follow Red Cycle Inc. on what you got?
Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram. Got a WordPress as well.
Yep.
And the YouTube and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
All Red Cyclone Inc. So.
Yes. I did send the link out on our Facebook page and also on my Twitter of the Monster Hunter video you just posted and everything like that too. I watched it this morning. It was actually pretty cool. Definitely check it out. Give a like, subscribe, and yes, help us build this brand while everyone is going crazy in the world.
Nah, that's good. Everybody's gonna be alright. Not wasting your money on stuff you don't need.
Yes, buy video games. There you go. Video games are a good investment right now.
The mandatory quarantine is in effect for a lot of people. Stay your asses inside and relax.
Yeah.
So chill.
We'll
do this together, man.
Yep. All right. Peace out, later, and stay tuned for a Gets Better After Our podcast.